Yo, what's up, guys? So, in today's video, I'm doing a little update. Today is July 14th, and about like 2.5 weeks ago, on June 27th, I had a pretty bad motorcycle accident. Unfortunately, I broke my leg. It was pretty severe. I have a cut nerve, broke my nose and my rib. And it was like just one of those freak accidents where you're just doing your everyday life, and 1 second or one turn, it completely changes for months. 1 second, one little turn, one little slide, and I have a setback for a few months. But at the same time, I'm very grateful and lucky that I'm not paralyzed, I'm not amputated. I'm very motivated to come back. These last 2 weeks alone have been very physically and mentally challenging. And to be honest, I feel like it's a part of my journey. I feel like this was meant to happen to help me grow and help me learn. Because I had things in the past where, say for example, a bad breakup or not getting accepted into a college I want. All these things I look back that were very negative and I wish didn't happen in the moment. A few months pass by or a few years pass by, and I look back and I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what needed to happen. Or that was a turning point in my life that helped push me forward. Like, it literally feels like these last 2 weeks, I've compressed like 10 years of wisdom into like 2 weeks, between all the people I met, all the like things I talked about with different people I met across this journey, all my friends and family supporting me. I feel like I learned so much, and when I recover and get out of the hospital, I am so much more grateful to even just walk or talk or have health. It changed my perspective on a lot of things, and it taught me a lot. But basically, I'll even talk about the accident. Me looking back on it, it was like one of the best days on a motorcycle and the worst days, because it was a really beautiful day out. I drove up to go see my friend. He did the oil change on my bike, and then I was having fun. He has a bunch of bikes. I was riding a Grom. I rode the H2. I had a lot of fun. We're just tearing it up on the back roads, and then it started getting late out. It was probably 10:30 or almost 11, and I was gonna head home on my bike, which I did, and I only knew how to get back from a certain point. So my friend was like, listen, I'm gonna get in my car and you just follow me and I'll get you on the route where you know how to get back to your house. So I was like, all right, that's fine. So I got on my bike, and a few minutes later, I'm going down the street. We're going down these like tight, like back roads. And he said he was looking in his rearview mirror and he saw my light disappear. And at first he thought like I found my way or I took a different street to go home. But he said he felt weird about it and he wanted to turn around just to make sure. So when he saw my light disappear, he was like, you know what, let me just double check and turn around and make sure he's all right. So he turned around, he pulled over, and he saw my bike to the side. And basically I hit this really sketchy turn and I went right into this metal fence. I went through a metal fence, and then I was basically sitting in the grass field. He said it looked like I was having a picnic at night. I'm just sitting in this field at night. It was probably 11 at that point. And at first I felt the feeling of like embarrassment or a loser mentality. Like I was like, damn, bro, like I can't believe this is happening. And to be honest, also for a few seconds, I don't even remember. Like I don't remember sliding. I don't remember hitting the fence. I don't remember hearing my leg crack. All I remember is I was chilling, I was riding, I was having a good time, and then boom, I'm sitting in this field and I'm looking at my hands. They started getting wet because it started bleeding. And I tried to move my leg a little. It felt very mushy, so I was like, you know what, let me just sit here. And I saw him walk over. I saw the shadow from the light. He walked over. He's like, bro, don't worry about it. I'm gonna call the ambulance. And the ambulance knew exactly where we were at, what turn, after he told them the street, because it was a very sketchy turn. So they said they'd been there a lot, and I believe they said 3 weeks prior someone died on the same exact turn. So they were there, and within 2 minutes they knew where I was. And it literally felt like I was in a movie. Like, I'm like sitting in this field, and then it's like they're coming over, they're flashing the light in my face. I'm freaking out. Or I'm not even freaking out. I just felt like I was in the background. Like, I wasn't even really there. I'm just chilling in the back, and they're just like taking my body. And they put me in the ambulance, and then I went to the hospital, and I did emergency surgery that night because they said my tibia cracked and it came out of the skin. It was probably a few inches out of the skin, so it was an open fracture. And in that moment, by the time I got to the hospital, I told them, listen, I don't want to look at it. I'm just going to look at the ceiling, do the anesthesia, and do the emergency surgery. And at that moment, I realized that it all hit me at once. I'm like, listen, like, there's a potential they could cut my leg off. There's a potential I could be paralyzed somewhere. And it is very nerve-wracking to know within a second your life can change. Within a second you could become paralyzed. Within a second your leg could be potentially cut off, and that 1 second could change the rest of your life. So a few days passed by, and they were like, all right, at least we have movement in your foot. We could still feel blood flow. And we had to do another surgery. So I transferred hospitals. I went to a different hospital to do more in-depth surgery on my leg and also on my hand because I cut my nerve and it was a little tingly. And luckily, both surgeries went well. And as you could see, a couple weeks later, I still have my leg. I could still move my foot. And I still have my hand. I could still move this. It's been getting a little better. My nose is fine. My cracked rib is fine. And now I'm on the journey of doing physical therapy, because right now I'm in a rehab center where every day I do rehabilitation to recover. And even though I wish this didn't happen, it almost feels like it was meant to happen. Like, I met so many people and I changed my perspective on so many things, and to just be grateful to get up and walk or move around is a blessing. Just to be able to move your body and talk to people, because there's so many different things that could have happened. Like, I could have been paralyzed. I could have had my hand or my leg cut off. I could have brain damage and have trouble talking. But luckily, even though these injuries sound extreme, they're very minor compared to other situations, and it makes me very grateful. And it's very calming to know that I could come back. And if anything, what motivated me, two things motivated me, was realizing I have a journey in front of me that I can recover, and I could potentially become stronger and smarter than I was before this accident. Like, the version of myself before my accident, I was very in shape. My finances were okay. I was very intelligent. But I want to even go further than that. Like, say, for example, let me just put my phone right here. This is tough. Let's say, for example, before the accident, I was here. And then after the accident, I got brought all the way down to here because I have to start from the bottom again and recover. After I recover, I want to be up here. I want to be past where I was before, even though I have this injury and setback. And that is what motivates me in my rehab and my recovery, is to come back even stronger and smarter. And now I have the intelligence from my experience than I did before. And also, it makes me realize all the things I want to do before I die, because I'll do another video on this, but technically this is my third near-death experience. And at 26 years old, that's a lot of near-death experiences, because some people might live their whole entire life without one. And I've been lucky enough to have 3 experiences where I'm still alive, but I have the experience that I learned from. And basically, I just made this video to do an update, but to realize, if you're watching this, you never think like how amazing it is to walk. Like, before this really happened, yes, I understand there was people that were paralyzed and other things, and I'm grateful. But like, once it actually happens to you, and once you actually feel the feeling of, you might have a very serious health problem. It could be a medical problem, it could be a heart problem, it could be you're paralyzed. There's so many things where it could set you back, and it is very difficult. So when we are healthy, you have to be so grateful, because I wrote a list of value to me, and I wrote on my notebook, the way I value things is, I believe health is the number one thing, then time, then I believe I put relationships, and then experiences and knowledge. So number one at the top is health. That is the most important thing we have. Then we have time. Then we have relationships, like with your family, your friends, and people around us. And even the people that take care of me, even the people that did the surgeries on me, or the nurses or whatever. I cannot do this without other people. Then experiences, that's the things we experience through our life. And then lastly is knowledge. Those top 5 things are the value. Like, that's the list of value. And a lot of times we think value involves money. Money isn't even on the list. Like, it is somewhere, maybe the top 20 or whatever. It's not in the top 5. There's other things that are more valuable than that. And if you have health and time and people around you, and you have experiences in your life, and you have a little bit of knowledge, you have the top 5 most valuable things in this life and in this planet. So I just wanted to make this video, and I wanted to give you guys an update. And also, the whole point of my channel is for us to, I want to teach my perspective, or share my perspective, to potentially impact someone to live the best life they can. Like, the whole point of this self-development mindset YouTube channel is for people to become the best versions of themselves. Because if you want to create the best life you can, the first step is to create the best version of yourself. And then your life and all the things around you will follow. Like, your life will get better if you improve yourself. So I want to, moving forward, not only keep doing videos about certain mindset tips I have, or certain things I learned, but I believe I'm going to slowly start documenting my journey as well. Obviously, we already came a long way. It's already been 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks, but I realized too, even these next few months, I could record or capture me starting to eventually almost walk again. And then when I walk again, I'm gonna practice recording me going in the gym again. And like, I want to prove to you guys that you could come back from setbacks and hard things in your life, and you could end up being better than you were before. Like, everyone has problems. No one goes through life without problems. Everyone has setbacks. That's just a part of life. No one just goes through life and they just continuously go up. You go up and then down and then up and down. It's just how it goes. So I appreciate if you guys watch this video. And once again, I'm very blessed that I'm still here and I can record this video. And you should be blessed too if you're able to watch this video and you're healthy and you have time ahead of you. And I really want to build an amazing community as we move forward, because not only am I going to have a YouTube, but eventually I'm going to drop a school community where people could join and they could see each other becoming the best versions of themselves. They could push each other and can learn from each other, and that's the whole point. Like, I feel like a lot of people are lost in this generation now. And me having this accident, it kind of made me take a step back and take a break from social media and just really, I took a step back from the outside world, and I'm in this little box where I'm just focused on getting better and clearing my mind. And I feel like a lot of people should do that as well. I'm not telling you to get in a big setback or an accident, but I feel like if you feel lost in your life, sometimes you just need to take a little step back and focus on the basic things like your mindset, your body, your diet, your health. All these things seem so simple, but we don't realize it when we're living our lives. That's why we have to take a step back and really audit or evaluate where we're at and what things we can improve on. And if you follow this channel or subscribe to this channel, you will get free information where you could improve your life as well, and we could support each other. So I appreciate it, guys, and I'm glad to be on this journey with you.